Hi, you guys. It's David. I think you know that at Valley and Beyond, and I'm reading again from today from Letting Go, and I think I've shared a few times before, and I'm going to share again really briefly why I'm doing this. The idea, it came that here I am, 60 something, and I've had 40 some years of consciousness work, and I've been given lots of gifts and of awareness and awakening, and it's really become my job to give it back, and that's what we're doing. So and I don't have, it seems like I don't have the words for it like this guy. This guy has really put it together. Dr. David Hawkins was a friggin' genius, and so I love this book, and and let's imagine that you are interested in change in your life, that you're not entirely satisfied with all the things that are happening every moment. You're not living in bliss. You're not living life on life's terms. You're in struggle. You're in, what the hell is going on, and why did he say this, or why did she say that, or how am I going to pay the bills? Well, Dr. Hawkins talks about all of the feelings and everything that comes as part of that. So that's why I'm reading it. So Awakening. As many of you know, we've created meditation spaces, and we're helping people create meditation spaces in their homes. And I think that's part of Awakening, having a discipline to sit on a daily basis and meditate is a really a key part of Awakening. But I think also lifelong learning, teaching, awareness, and a book like this and a teacher like this gives us that awareness that we need around our emotional state, around our programming, around our conditioning, and this book is about that. So if you want to know why you act the way you do, or you get the results that you get, you can get a lot of answers in this book about how we got programmed, and then about how to reprogram, which really starts with letting go of some of the stuff that we've got logged in here. And there's a reason why I'm so interested, because I had a lot of stuff, totally, like an endless amount of it, and so it's been a whole process of years of letting go and surrendering to my higher power, to the moment, to consciousness, and to presence. So that's the deal, to love, surrendering to love, and unconditional love. And so we're on chapter 17. It's called Transformation. Thanks for dropping in. And I have a couple of questions too. If you're dropping in, and even if you're watching the replay of this, has this been beneficial? Have you listened to more than one of these? And do you find it as beneficial? And are you interested in, hi? Are you interested in us maybe reading some more to you? I've got some other books that are coming up after this one, or I'm thinking of reading after this one. And so let me know if that's something that you've enjoyed and you want to hear more about. So Transformation starts on page 237. Although letting go seems simple and easy, its ultimate effects are profoundly powerful. A quick little surrender done in an almost offhanded manner can sometimes bring about a major change in our life. We can picture it being similar to the wheel of a ship. If we make even a 1 degree change in the ship's compass, we will notice very little difference. But as the ship sails over the sea hour after hour, day after day, a 1 degree change in the compass will end up taking us to a very different place, many miles from where the original course would have taken us. So that's cool. In this chapter, we want to look at the effect that the mechanism of surrender has on those areas of life with which most people are concerned. Health, wealth, and happiness. Yes. We will discuss these areas as they are usually experienced by the majority of people, and make a contrast to the changes that will occur as the practice of letting go progresses. These changes are quite obvious when we watch the lives of others who use the technique. They will become obvious in your own life as well. Sometimes you will not be aware of them. Therefore, it is suggested that you keep a list of goals, honestly, a list of goals, and check off the gains as they occur, so that you remain conscious and aware of the progress. Imagine that. This self-awareness step is to circumvent a peculiarity of the mind. The mind has a peculiarity, I'll guess it does. When we decide on a specific technique to improve our life, and when improvement occurs, the mind has a peculiar tendency to discount the very technique that brought about the change. It is as though the mind's ego is so vain that it doesn't want to give credit where credit is due. Oh my God. Isn't that amazing? You know, it's funny. I just had a fella here. I'm going to tell a short story. I just had a fella here earlier who I love this guy. I've been working with him off and on in the recovery program. And because I'm very fortunate to get to sponsor fellas when they're in recovery. And this fella's, you know, a young fella, 30-something, and you know, he's frustrated. He's sober like 3 months, and he wants things to move faster. Sounds like all of us, doesn't it? He wants things to move faster, and he's angry. You know, it's an old way of being. You know, we drop back to what we know, and then, you know, just a few minutes ago when he was here, he said, you know, this damn thing doesn't work. I don't want to have anything to do with that program. And that program actually saved his life, you know. But it's hard, and it's funny because the doc just says right here, the mind has a peculiar way of saying this doesn't work. And I wish I had read this paragraph to him instead of what I did do, which was got pissed off with him. Anyway, yeah. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for dropping in. Hi, Amy. So we're just reading still, Amy, from Letting Go. And when this is done, really soon, we're going to start a little conversation with you. So hang in there. This is going to happen soon. So this is on page 238 in Letting Go. This proclivity of mind to discount inner progress is sometimes quite comical. For instance, a man who's been stuck in the same job position for 23 years began using the technique of letting go. Within a couple of months, he suddenly jumped to the position of vice president. By the end of the year, he was president of the company. My gosh. When asked if he was pleased with himself about what he had accomplished by using the inner technique, his mind totally discounted it and ascribed his gains to shifts in business patterns. His marriage had also improved, and the mind again ascribed the improvements to external reasons. My wife's attitude finally changed, he said. The relationship with his son also improved, and the mind again circumvented the inner transformation and said it was due to the fact that his son was getting older. Awesome. Just hang on a second, you guys. James! Could you ask James to come here? So, James, I see Amy's dropped in already. What time is it?
Close to 12:30.
No, close to 2:30. Hey, you guys.
You can pull her into this one if you want.
I could, you know. So, do you know what we're going to do? You know, this is my book reading, and my friend Amy Thiessen is on right now, which is so cool. And we're going to just stop for a minute in the book reading and talk with Amy. And right now, yeah, Amy, we're going to talk to you right now about Amy's event that's coming up. And
she'll have to. Yeah, there we go.
And so, Amy, I just set this up so we could. I need the headphones, so that we could do this, and I think it's going to be cool. So, you guys, this is we're just going in different directions all of a sudden. This is great. We're going to, Amy, if you wear a headphone, you know that it doesn't echo so much. And I'll wear one. And now, how does Amy get in?
She should have a.
On your phone, you should be able to. Yeah, you have to ask to come in, and
There's a little spot where there's two little people. You should be able to click on that.
there's a little spot on your phone where there's two little people, and
Down by the comment section.
yeah, it's down by the comment section. James says. So, you guys, Amy's going to drop in and just talk a little bit about. She's coming tomorrow night to do an event, and we're excited. Actually, a lot of people are excited. We've got really good response, and although there's room still for more, we can get tickets at the door, and Amy's going to maybe talk. If I can, we're still this whole idea of having a remote guest is. We struggled with it a bit yesterday. We had an amazing guest yesterday, and but we did struggle with getting that person on. So, Amy, can you find the little thing on the bottom that includes you? Yeah, I can't help. I really can't. Just a second. Earl, James. I'm trying to get some help. You stay focused with me just for a minute till we see if we can get this. There she is. All right. All right. Look at that. And aha! There we go. So now we're going to have Amy drop in, and any second. This technology. I was saying just the other day, my first telephone was one that you held on your ear and cranked on the wall. I know. That was a long time ago. At my grandmother's house. So it's just adding you, Amy. So when Amy gets here, she's going to tell us a bit about what's happening in her show tomorrow. And now she's connecting. This is very high tech. And, hey, there you are.
It's coming. Hi.
Hi. It's funny. This technology is. It takes a little while to get used to it. Hi. Nice to see you.
I know. It messes me up every time. Okay.
You got like 10 minutes, don't you? Do you have? Can you feel an echo, or do you have a headset? Do you need?
Are you getting an echo?
No, I think it's not bad. As long as I have my earpiece in, I just put it in. I think it's not so bad. You have a puppy.
Perfect. Yeah, and I could find a headset, but it might take a little while.
No, you have a puppy there. I can hear your puppy.
Yeah, she's freaking out from the new sounds of people.
She can hear me. Let's have a look at her. Is she a little tiny thing?
Oh, she's being spazzy. She wants her bone. So it's...
Okay.
One sec here.
Oh, look at you. She's so cute.
She's so cute.
She really is. So we're really looking forward to you coming tomorrow night. Can maybe tell us a bit about what to expect. What do you call what it is that we're doing? I can't.
So I call it.
Mm-hmm.
I call it Yana to Bhakti.
Yes.
And the idea of Yana to Bhakti is that Jnana Yoga is the yoga of discernment.
Yes.
And Bhakti Yoga is the yoga of devotion. And so it's Jnana to Bhakti because we start by taking a concept. So tomorrow we're actually going to look at the concept of devotion.
Yes.
And we actually look at it as opposed to this like esoteric, we'll talk about the philosophy and kind of all of that.
Yes.
And then we start to ground it into what's personal.
Okay.
So through Jnana Yoga, we do contemplation. Then we go into kind of conscious communication.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to look at, okay, yeah, but what does devotion mean to me right now?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just, Care Bears all the time and just love like this. Sometimes devotion can be challenged. Sometimes devotion can be, sucking it up. Sometimes devotion can be like discipline and having to keep coming back to something even when we don't feel like it. And really talking about, when somebody acts in devotion to me, what does that look like? And these things that sometimes we think we're doing in devotion might not actually be a real gift. It might be that we're doing it because we want something.
Yes.
And so kind of looking at how do we take the agenda out of it so it can be really pure
Wow.
and really personal.
I had no idea that we were going to go this deep tomorrow night. That's awesome.
And then we're going to sing.
Yeah. So, okay. So will there be singing intermixed in the conversation?
Yeah, it'll start with some sound and some toning because it's a really lovely way to just drop.
Yes.
Then we'll do a talk.
Yes.
And then we'll do like a little bit of like dyad work, and then we'll jump into singing.
Nice. Okay.
And so when we get to the time that we're singing,
Yes.
we've done the practices to really open the heart so that when we're singing, we can do it from that kind of space of shraddha, that space of like being really humble and open with the truth of what's going on inside.
Okay. Nice. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm really looking forward to it.
So, how long do you think that, this like be a couple hours, do you think we'll do? Or?
I think that's what we have it down as 7:30 to 9:30.
Okay, good. And
What you guys have down as the time?
yes, that sounds good. And then we'll probably get encores. We'll sing, let's go to midnight. We'll see.
We'll be there till the early hours of Friday. No.
Our friend Hank is coming. Do you know Hank?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you will when you see Hank. Hank's coming. Hank is June's son, June and Craig.
Oh yeah, I know Hank.
Yeah, Hank is coming, and so there's actually a lot of really cool people coming. I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I keep hearing from people that they're coming, and I'm like, oh, that's great.
Nice. Yeah. So we're right now. I've got guys in the back creating the space, and we've got lights, and that we've got that are going to create a real different ambience in the back, and so we're really looking forward to the gift that you bring. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for holding the space.
Well, I'm excited. It's kind of the first time we've ever done anything like this here, and when we said, oh yeah, let's do this, it kind of dawned on me after, wow, we really have to just work to create the space, and the universe is taking care of things. Some things have sold over there, and it's working. So it's going to be great.
Perfect.
It's going to be. So, anything else you want to tell us about tomorrow night?
Yeah. So I guess I just want to tell people why this event, why I created this, where it came from. A while ago, I was like really getting frustrated, and we talked a little bit about this, about like all the trying to market myself and put myself out there, and it just, what I wanted to share and what I had to do in that side just weren't meshing.
Yes.
So I originally developed this kind of workshop as something that wasn't so much about wanting to sell it out or anything. It was like, if I could teach what I absolutely am so deeply passionate about, what would it be? Mm-hmm. And for me, I think one of the fundamental things that I'm really blessed with is I have a great family. Yeah. And like family being literally my family, but also just like the family, the community.
Yes.
And I wanted so much to create a space where people could feel like they were in family, mm-hmm. Where they could be themselves, where they could have conversations, where they could have disagreements, and they'd be like, yeah, but I don't really believe that. And there's space for that to exist as well. Or I don't really think that, or I don't understand that. And that we could all kind of come together in these conversations and these dialogues that are so important, mm-hmm. instead of kind of just whitewashing them away, and then come together, even if there's disagreement, to come together and then together sing and feel that sense that you can get with music, where you become something bigger than you. You just, at one point it happens where you're moved and you just start making sounds and you start joining, and it's not from me, it's not from it's just this like internal impetus that everybody follows. Wow. And so I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to share that.
You're doing this because you love it.
I love it.
Nice. Well, that's super. Of course, if you share this story tomorrow, many of us will see. What's the natural thing that happens when you share this story? I check in to see, am I doing what I love? Right? Because we all make, any story about ourselves, right? We're most of us are reasonably self-centered, and that's what, yeah, oh, what about me? So thank you for sharing that, and it helps me to look at the pieces that maybe aren't necessary in what I'm also doing, to fulfill my dream, or my uh, dream of what I want to give, of what I'm
Yeah.
giving. Yeah, so thanks very much. That's great. As we do this tomorrow, I'll continue to remember what you said, and hopefully you'll share that with the group.
Absolutely.
Your wow.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, bring lots of heart, and I know that we're all going to have a love. It's going to be a love in, and yeah. When are you off to Bali?
April 13th.
Nice. So there's still room in the
There's still room. Yeah, we still have some spots for with Alice and I.
Mm-hmm.
Our retreat is the 20th to 27th.
Okay.
And all the pieces are starting to come together for that. There's good flight deals on too right now.
Is there? Well, I'm sure that when we post this that we're doing right now, James will link that about
That would be great.
the Bali group, and also hopefully you speak about it a bit tomorrow night, and
Absolutely.
and somebody will be inspired, and, want to go and be part of what you guys are delivering, and want to go and actually meet Mother Bali, and
she's something.
She is something, yes. Well, thanks so much for joining. You're off to teach yoga?
Yeah, right away here.
Yes. Well, love you, and I can't wait to see you. Come, we start at 7. We've got a cute little sound system that we got from
Mira.
Yes. And
yeah, we chatted yesterday, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's the system I love. It was the system I was going to recommend to you guys, so that's great.
Oh,
isn't
it interesting? Because we thought we had it handled. Yesterday it wasn't coming together. I just put that note together to send out, and it all came together, and so Mira and Trevor are going to come. I was there at their house last night about 10 o'clock, and Trevor, Mira's partner, and I we used to live together, so
oh, awesome.
Yeah, we know each other really, really well. We're buddies, and so it was perfect. I look forward to seeing them tomorrow.
Great.
Yeah,
I've actually never met Mira until yesterday, so we chatted on the phone. She's lovely.
Yes, she is. Yeah. Tomorrow also we have Venus bringing kombucha and tea. We're gonna have a tea service, so we'll have tea and kombucha, and some Mountain Mystic is a little company that they have that do a whole bunch of stuff with fermenting in the food side of things. So he's going to bring all his stuff. So we'll have
That's
that,
amazing.
yeah, in the kitchen and share those with people. Looking forward to that part of it. So that's it. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and thanks so much for dropping in. And
you're so welcome. I'll come by early tomorrow so we can have a little chat before I.
That's nice.
Ready.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of my book reading. I read this every day to an audience, and we get 200 or 300 people that watch every day, and I'm into this book, about 240 pages, and I don't know if you've ever seen it. This is Dr. David Hawkins.
You were talking about it last time we were in.
I know. So we got everything today was running way behind, and so I was in the middle of the book at this reading, and so I'm probably, when you and I finish, I'll finish my reading. And I'll go back to it, and so you'll be right in the middle of the book reading. So look, oh, there he is.
She is.
She is. What's her name?
Her name's Molly.
Hi, Molly. Look, Molly's licking you. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much.
See you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you for making this happen, David.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, you bet.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. Hi, Barb. Wow. That was a nice interlude. We just had Amy Thiessen drop in for a second and share with us about what's going on, for tomorrow. And I'm going to read another little bit I'm still reading David Hawkins, Letting Go, and I'm going to read another page and a half. And then I will be finished. And thanks for your patience, you guys. And that was a cool little interlude. Okay. Then he's just talking about the mind, how the mind seems to discount what's going on, to whatever it is that we're doing. In this particular case, the concept of letting go brings about amazing results. And when the results come up, the mind says, yeah, but, that wasn't that. It was something, it just happened. And so it's important to recognize that this, he's pointing out how it does work, and that the mind will do that. Our ego doesn't want to give credit to anything outside of us. So page 238, in the discussions that follow, it will be noted that the transition from one state to a higher state are not difficult to make. Oh, we'll see. They may only seem difficult to us because of current perceptions. It's important to keep in mind that as we surrender, our perceptions will change. Our goals will automatically be elevated. What now seems impossible will become old hat after we have been practicing the technique for a while. We will also notice that as the mind contrasts the lower level of life with a higher level, a peculiar resistance to the description of a higher level of functioning will occur at times. The mind will get critical and try to save face by ridiculing a higher state. This is a golden opportunity because this is the very attitude that prevents a person from reaching the higher state of life. The very process of reading this material is invaluable, for it will reveal precisely what the blocks are and exactly why these goals are impossible at the present time. Any resistance, as resistance, criticism, and disparagement come up, we can begin surrendering them and letting them go right now in the process of reading about them. It is a great opportunity to identify the inner blocks to fulfillment. As Pogo said, who the hell was Pogo? As Pogo said, we have identified the enemy, and it is us. Pogo must have been a philosopher. Oh, my friend Nick is here while I'm reading, and Nick dropped by. Nick's an adventurer, and can I call you an adventurer? Yeah, he's an adventurer in life, and Nick's very soon on his way to Bali himself. When are you leaving? A couple of weeks? Tuesday. Holy Toledo. So Nick's off to Bali, and it's pretty cool that he's going there for a couple of months, and hopefully I get there while he's there. I'm pretty sure somehow it's going to happen. It's going to happen? I think so. Mother Bali calls me. Okay, the enemy, it is us. As a professional psychotherapist and psychiatrist with many decades of clinical experience and training, these higher levels of functioning were considered to be impossible for most people. So he felt they were impossible when he was a professional. However, learning how the mechanism of surrender works on the practical level and watching hundreds of families, friends, patients, and ex-patients transform their lives has totally changed this view. Now, higher levels of functioning are seen to be automatic, easy to achieve, and available to everyone, even in a surprising short period of time. As a matter of fact, some of these levels of success and happiness will seem impossible, but the higher level will... Let me read that again. As a matter of fact, some of these levels of success and happiness will seem impossible, but the higher level will already have occurred by the time you have finished reading this book. Damn, that's pretty exciting, isn't it? No wonder I'm in such pain. It's just, okay. You can tell yourself right in the beginning that these high levels of functioning are not only possible, but they are inherent birthright. They are the natural state of which you have been deprived by all the programming the mind has been subjected to since birth. Wow. Before reading on, it is advisable to sit quietly and make an inner decision to let go resisting higher levels. Thank you, I will. This means a decision to stop denying the higher levels to yourself and to make a decision to let go of all blocks to happiness, success, health, acceptance, love, and peace. By doing this, the deed is already done. For you have set the whole experience into a context that will automatically begin to unfold. Isn't that beautiful? You know, it's like a guarantee. You know, the book makes promises, and that was one of them. So we're just a couple of pages into transformation, and I'll read more tomorrow. Just going to tell you that we're in the back here preparing for Amy's presentation tomorrow night. I really didn't understand that she was going to go so deep, you know, and share with us the transformation that she's going to share with us. So, and help us to achieve that ourselves. So tomorrow night's going to be an amazing experience, way more than just being entertained by a beautiful entertainer and a singer. She's going to really do some work, some deep work with us. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that. So I encourage you to come and join us. I also encourage you to get this book and read it and move into the higher levels of awareness and consciousness and love. And be cool if you would subscribe to us on YouTube and share this and make a comment or two. Thanks, you guys. Love you lots. And that's it. Oh, there's more. Go on our website. Buy a meditation stool. You know, if you love what we're doing, that's my ask. You know, go on our site and have a look at our stools. And we got a smoking cool deal on a stool, and a altar, and kind of a combination, along with a beautiful little shell, abalone shell, and some sage. So have a look at that and create your space and have the discipline of meditation on a daily basis in your beautiful space. Okay, love you guys. Lots. We'll talk really soon. Cheers. Thanks.